Jonathan to Buhari, Fani Kayode long history of going back to vomit. The defection of former Minister of Aviation Femi Fani-Kayode to the All Progressive Congress (APC) is setting tongues wagging on social media. While the Nigerian political scene is littered with cross-carpeting by politicians, the decamping of FFK still struck many due to the past statements by the former aviation minister. He has been dancing around the campaign for a while now. Back in February, Governor Yahaya Bello announced the decamping of FFK to the APC. The possibility of defecting became more glaring when FFK attended the wedding of Yusuf Buhari's son. The attendance of FFK at the wedding generated reaction on social media, which he responded with massive by calling those criticizing him as people foaming in the mouth. In the report, Daily Post explores the years of FFK making statements and going back on them. Clueless Goodluck Jonathan. In 2014, FFK published a series of write-ups on his website, A President Without Balls, and the two updated versions of the same essay titled The Clueless Enoch and Spirit of the Jagaban and the Gutless Enoch and the Lion King, in respectively, an expert from one of the essay read, as long as such a weak and unsparing man, former President Jonathan remains the commander-in-chief of the Nigeria Armed Force. Please be ready for more casualties. He stated about Jonathan, he must pull down every satanic altar that may have been erected in the presidency and consecrate and rededicate the whole place to the living God. Why FFK was in APC? He was showering a condominium on Bola Tinubu while calling Jonathan all sorts of unprintable names, including clueless. A president who is as confused as a clueless as the comedic character called Chauncey Gardner in the celebrated 1970s Peter Sellers Hollywood blockbuster title being there, he once said. In 2015, Chief Femi Fani-Kayode was appointed Director of Media and Publicity at Jonathan Sambo Presidential Campaign Organization, a position where he transmitted to praising Mr. Jonathan in 2015. He stated that he renounced those views about President Jonathan long ago. Upon his migration, he started calling APC a party with Janjaweed ideology, adding that the APC is a Boko Haramite party that is for Muslim extremists. Only a handful of Christians who rally who really don't know what they have got themselves into. When Buhari was sick in 2018, FFK was at the forefront of the Buhari's Dead campaign. Buhari is dead and he never came back from London, only his body did. They invoked the spirit of Jubri and placed it in Buhari's body. It is a common ritual among Satanists. Religion also appears to be a tool that Mr. FFK deploys with so much ease. Bigotry statements on Igbo of recent FFK have been a major supporter of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB and its leader Nnamdi Kanu. When Kanu was incarcerated in 2017, FFK was one of the main people that visited him in prison and even called him his brother. But most people had stated then that what most followers of Kanu may not know is that FFK has a long history of bigotry against people from the eastern part of the country. In 2013, FFK published an article titled The Bitter Truth About the Igbo. He justified the the program in 1966 by blaming the Igbos for a number of crises. It is that same attitude of we own everything, we must have everything, and we must control everything that the Igbo settlers manifested in the northern region in the late 50s and early and mid 60s. That got them into so much trouble up there and with the Hausa Fulani, and that eventually led to the hundred thousands of them were killed in just a few days. The Igbos had lamented that FFK had no regard for even the memory of Odumegu Ojukwu, the leader of the short-lived Biafra Republic, when he claimed that he had a long-standing and intimate relationship with Miss Bianca Ono. By bigotry against Fulani, FFK favorite target practice is the Fulani. He even took to it a bizarre level by alleging that Fulani have sex with cow for sexual gratification and ritual. The Fulani is obsessed to conquer the South and take it from the ancestral owners like they did to the Hausas. The South owns the port and oil. It owns the best companies and rainforests. That is what they secretly want, and not grazing land for cows, he said in an up. Okay, I don't really know what FFK's problem really is or what he wants. Recall that when it sued FFK, he exploits his Fulani heritage, which he is always keen to brandish. My godfather, Sheikh Nuruddin Sardin, who was half Fulani and half Yoruba, got married to my mother, Alaja Abeke Said Neil Williams, who was a pure Yoruba woman. His disdain for Fulani did not stop him from taking a chieftaincy title from the Shinkafi Emirates. Embracing Yaya Bello, he once cursed during his part with Governor Yaya Bello of Kogi State. FFK did not mince words when speaking his mind. Governor Yaya Bello, when I wrote that this boy was a useful idiot and a accursed slave, some said I was being harsh. Truth is that he is worse than that. His mental faculty are non-functional, he wrote on Twitter. But as always, times have changed, and since their new friendship, which started in February, FFK has been going out of his way to defend Bello. Last week, he even defended Bello on the accusation of diverting ballot fund to a private account. FFK once described President Muhammadu Buhari as weak, incompetent, sectional, bloodthirsty, genocidal, and wicked, adding that I would rather die than joining APC or bow down to Buhari. While the story is still developing, it is possible to start seeing some good remarks on Buhari from FFK based on his antecedents. Meanwhile, FFK had at several fora said that he does not play politics of do or die and does not also believe in politics of bitterness and exclusivity. While reacting to the backlash that greeted his association with politicians at the wedding of Buhari's son, FFK urged that there is no permanent enemy in politics. This now indeed politician, if you ask me. Or you can go to the comment section and share your take on this. Thanks for listening.